Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. We are three MTT students, next gen cohort, and we are here to talk about a brief of what we've learned for the past 1 month. My name is 𝚿𝚛𝚎𝚑𝚘𝚎𝚗, and my colleague is.
My name is 𝚌𝚎𝚋𝚎𝚗.
My name is Joy Ukwamba.
My name is Bassett Theophilus.
Amaza Olokoza by name.
Okay, just like I said, we're here to talk about a brief of what we've learned in the past 1 month or so. And I've been assigned to talk about the topic IDS and IPS. And IDS is basically an acronym which stands for Intrusion Detection System. So what it does basically is it prevents or it analyzes or dictates a suspicious malicious link into any network. And what that means is once you have for a place like olotusquare, all the systems here are configured to use a particular IP address. So any IP address outside of that IP address becomes suspicious. So IDS dictates such this thing. It can be legit anyways. It can be a legit traffic, but once it is configured outside, once it is located outside of the originally configured IP addresses within a domain, it becomes suspicious. But it does nothing. All it does is just to dictate such malicious traffic, alert the security operation centers that there is a suspicious traffic going on in the network. So it becomes the responsibility of the security analyst to either allow it or block it. Then for the IPS doesn't even allow IPS alerts, but it will block. It doesn't just listen. It once it dictates, it blocks. It doesn't care whether it is legit or not. So that is basically what IPS and IDS does. And there are quite a number of tools that does that. Suricata is basically a popular example of an IPS IDS, and there's another one, Snot, which is also a popular version of IDS IPS. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to be talking about the firewall. I'm going to give a brief explanation while my colleague would also give a detailed explanation on that. The firewall is a system that is designed to prevent unauthorized entry from entering a private internet. It is specifically designed to create a barrier between the private network and the public internet. It prevents unauthorized personnel not to have access. Like in most of the big firm, they use it as a means of protecting external bodies from coming into their system. I think I'll stop there for her to continue.
Good afternoon. I'll be talking about the types of firewall. We have the software firewall. We have the host-based firewall. Like the software firewall, it's prevent access to one's network on phone or laptop. Actually, the firewall prevents unnecessary access to a network. It does a lot of prevention of harmful access to one system, like some places where there is Wi-Fi, it hinders the access to their networks. That's all I have to say about firewall.
Okay, I'll be talking about on the VPN. VPN is a private, is a virtual private network. All it does is like as the name implies, is your personal network being set up by either yourself or by a firm. Now, what it does is whenever you like, for example, whenever you buy a network from, let's say, a network from internet providers like maybe Glo or maybe either a router or whatsoever. There is this provision that you will have to get a VPN so that other cannot be able to access your network. Like especially when you have a router, when you're trying to set up a router, especially when you are having intruders from other areas, maybe other from maybe other network providers trying to intrude, or maybe other users trying to intrude on your network. You can easily use VPN to protect your own network. Thank you.
I'll be talking about VLAN, VLAN, Virtual Local Area Network. This virtual local area network, it's a place where computers and servers are logically connected regardless of their physical positions. What it means is if you have a three-story building where you have so many computers to do work in different departments, this VPN help to logically connect them to enable them to do and carry out their tasks respectively. What this VPN does majorly, it's for improved security, and it is for traffic management, and also for network improver. In the traffic management, when you have computers in different departments and they are all working, they are all connected to a particular switch. If you don't employ the use of a VPN, a VLAN to separate them, the traffic from one department will be seen by the other department. So the major activity of a VLAN is to separate this traffic by you installing them in a socket. You separate different sets of sockets to enable you have the same traffic for the same purpose, to prevent other departments from getting the traffic from other departments. And it also improves security in the network system. By the time all the networks are just there and each other is interacting with the other one, most times they will have issues whereby an information that is made for a particular department will be sent to a different department. So it will separate them. It will manage this traffic so that there will be no jam on the network system.
All right, thank you. Thank you. We believe that we've been able to pick up one or two from whatever we've talked about. My colleague talked about VPN. We believe that for you to secure yourself, in order to stay secured, use a VPN because it helps you to encapsulate your data, helps you prevent it like work in a place anonymously. In order to for proper traffic management, proper network management, traffic management, you also need a virtual LAN, VLAN, for security. For security, you need a firewall, and then to also detect when others detect when others come into your network anonymously or unauthorized. You need an IDS IPS. Thank you very much.